Cheers.
Cheers.
Please subscribe.
Peace with Springboks.
Hello and welcome.
We've finally broken the hoodoo.
Yeah, we've broken the hoodoo.
Yeah. Took some time. Took like only 8 years or something.
Yes, but what a crazy rugby match.
Yeah. Like I was there, okay? And it's hard to... Like I was just negative about the game while I was there. I was like, no, what's going on? Like when you watch it on TV, it looks more like... It looks like we aren't as disjointed as it looked like when I was there, you know?
The breakdown was just an absolute mess.
Yeah, like
just a huge bodies falling everywhere, and just the collision was the tackle and the collision was so hardcore.
Doris and Van der Fleer, they had a bit of a field day, you know?
Yeah, and I think it was difficult. You've got to feel for Luke Pierce to a certain extent, and that's why you have assistants and you have TMOs and stuff, because you needed help with that stuff.
Yeah.
Help with what was going on there.
Speaking of which, there's obviously that controversial turn, like try that was disallowed.
Yes.
What did you think of that?
Completely. I saw it live. The guy wasn't on his feet. His knee touches the ground,
and then
it's very clear. He stays on the ground and he hooks it out of the ruck.
What did you think of Aki right before that? Like I thought his head was on the ground when he.
I think if you dissect it ruck by ruck, whether it's the Springboks or whether it was Ireland, there were a few of those. But like I say, the breakdown was completed so frantically that I think it was difficult to manage. And those things always slip through, you know, in games. Where every now and then you think, yes, were his hands even under the ball? Or when they teach you how to referee, but you can never look at those things. Like if a guy has his hands on the ball and he lifts his heels, then he's not on his feet. Because what's going to happen if you pull his arms out? Yeah, he's going to fall on his face.
I was thinking like Aki's thing, right?
Yeah.
So in that controversial ruck, if Aki had been for the attacking team, I feel like the referee would have said you're sealing. It would have given a penalty against us for sealing off.
It's too low.
It looked like his head is like on the ground.
If your head's that far from the ground, you can't be supporting.
It ended up not affecting, that didn't cause the try. But I like when it happened, I was like, "What? His head's on the ground. How can he do that?" You know.
Yeah.
But do you think that there'll be some hard done by Irish fans? Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was difficult to manage both ways.
Yeah. Was the ball out of James Lowe's hands when he touched the ground?
Who was that team? Was it Ben Whitehouse?
Yeah, I want to say, yeah.
Yeah, he's so good though, isn't he? He's so trustworthy.
No, we dislike him.
Yeah, I seriously dislike Ben Whitehouse.
Yeah, for once it was in our favour.
It comes down to what Luke Pierce said. He said for him, if there's anything clear, not to allow the try.
On the side, the assistant ref was there.
Yeah,
right there.
So if you want to look at these things, try and be as objective as you can. You have to look at it from a Springbok point of view. And it looked like the one hand was still sort of on the ball as he was throwing it.
I thought like as he was coming down. It was moving in his hands. Yeah. It was already moving. So then the initial thought is, oh no, it's away from his hands. But then it like suddenly spun faster.
You couldn't see it.
It looked
clearly.
like he still touched it, like he's still, you know.
If I have to try and be as objective as I can, I think if you have different angles or someone in the crowd, he probably still had contact with the ball.
You couldn't see his hand on the ball, but the ball turned in such a way suddenly that it looked like he had continued to touch it, you know.
And that was a huge moment in the game. That's what turned the game.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the score then? 28.
Well, when the James Lowe thing happened, it was 13-8.
So it was 28 after that try by Colby.
Yeah, it changed the game completely.
Yeah, so that put daylight in between.
Yeah. Yes, and the kickers, Crowley
also
didn't have a good day off the boot.
No.
He also missed a sitter actually,
Yeah.
which is not really like him,
Yeah.
Pollard
We'll touch
also.
on England All Blacks as well, just a little bit. Just if you want to keep watching, then we'll talk about that afterwards a little bit, because there were lots of similarities between the two games. I
That
thought
referee.
we have to talk about that. About Nika Amashikele, I have to get that off my back, definitely. So that's basically the only reason why I want to talk about the All Blacks England game. Yeah, but what were we talking about now?
The inaccuracy from the kicking tee.
Yeah, it's a worry.
For both sides.
For both sides, because they're both I think probably Crowley more so than Pollard, renowned as a dead-eye goal kicker.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's down to nerves, the size of the moment. It was a massive moment.
There was no wind. It was like
there was no wind.
It was like this.
Yeah, you could probably feel it in the tension in the stadium, because we could feel it at home watching it on TV. I mean, the hits and everything. It was so hard. The line speed of the defense and everything.
Before when guys were still warming up in that.
Yeah,
I'm sure I saw Pollard. I was sitting in line with the posts, as in sideways.
Yeah.
I was like on the try line. That's where I was sitting, and I'm pretty sure Pollard missed a few of his practice ones. So I don't know if it was. I mean, there's no pressure then.
Yeah, he's all over kick percentage. I think isn't as high as we think probably.
Yeah.
But he's more renowned for making the kicks that really, really count in the World Cup, as an example.
Yeah. Look, he kicked a very difficult one from like Cheslin Colby's try. That conversion was tricky. Yes,
that was difficult. But that always happens. It's the same with Damien McKenzie as well.
And Lebok.
Yeah.
Lebok kicks the most difficult ones, and then he misses the simple ones.
So tell me, you were at the game, so you can see what happens outside what we
action.
see on TV. The try, I think it was Osborne. Was it Casey?
I was on the opposite end.
Yeah.
I was on the opposite corner.
Yes, even the last try. The last try of the game.
Oh, sorry, you're talking
the one right through the centre.
Their first try.
Yeah. Did we?
You're talking about no. You know what happened?
We were two just disjointed. There was a huge gap between the forwards.
I called it. I was sitting next to to my lady.
Yeah.
And as that happened, I was like, "Watch the inside."
Yeah.
Like we all just shifted to the. You can't see it on TV because I watched it on TV.
Yeah.
You can't see it. We just literally all shifted to the left.
Yeah.
And then they passed it into the right. I'm saying from our perspective, it was that we just didn't read the inside pass at all. So it was so obvious for everyone else. Everyone else was like, we're all shifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who scored? Was it?
There was nothing funny about it. There was nothing.
Try, Casey or Osborne?
It was Conor Murray. You're talking about the one they went straight through the middle.
Straight through the middle.
Yeah, there. Yeah, it was Conor
Murray. It was Casey. That's the scrum-half that before he went off.
No.
The number 9.
No, it was Conor Murray. Definitely Conor Murray.
Okay, for sure, definitely. You were there.
I was there.
In any case, that's
there was nothing. There was no blocking. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Promise
you. It just made me worry me a bit, but it's because of the speed that they play at.
But
we just
it's
couldn't.
Also it was like Steenekamp or someone.
Big guys, Marks or someone.
Yeah, it just not smart on defence. We're inexperienced on defence in that moment, and
a bit of rustiness and stuff.
That try, I don't think so. That was just like that was like a URC error. This is Test rugby.
It almost looked as if Faf de Klerk tried to fall over every person.
Fall over everything. He was like, how long? Maybe I must wait. See how long I can wait before the referee is like, okay, please use it.
Yeah.
Please just play. Please, can we just get some flow in the game? That's how it felt at the game.
Yeah, not his best game.
The guys around, the fans around me, were complaining about Faf, wanting some speed at the ruck time.
Yes. So it was better when Grant Williams came on.
Yeah. Casey, what happened to Casey? Because
he was tackled.
He hit his head on the refs.
Hit the ground.
But also it hit the ref's knee or something.
Yeah, but I think it was
more the whiplashiness.
Yeah. It was a little bit after the ball was away, but there was already commitment in the tackle. They looked at it. It was Archie Snyman, who's obviously a much bigger guy, a lot of weight coming onto him. And
in the moment, I thought, oh no, like, are we going to get a yellow card here?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, you don't want to see a guy getting stretched.
I think it was okay though.
But it was just the ball was away and Archie was on him, head down immediately already.
Yeah.
So I don't think there was anything malicious in that. other than, well, rugby players want to put in big hits, you know, and it just happened.
My concern is how easily we lose the ball.
Undercommitted at the ruck, definitely. Definitely in the first half, too many ball carries on their own. If guys like Damien and Alenda didn't manage to stay on his feet for so long, a lot of the ball carriers where by the time they make the first contact, I thought, if you go down now, there's no way we can hold on to this ball.
Yeah.
And luckily
like
some of the guys,
Did you see the one, like Erge, you're expecting an offload?
Yeah.
And he's by himself, and I almost feel like they watch for him, you know?
Yeah, so that first guy has to be much closer to the ball carrier next week, because they're going to exploit that.
Yeah.
They did it in the first game as well. It seemed like every time that we got a bit of momentum, we lost the ball and they kicked us back, especially in the first half. It was quite frustrating.
Yeah.
Because we had so much ball, you know.
Too much. But their defence was strong.
Yeah.
Very strong defence. I think the game would have been different if Pollard was kicking his kicks over.
But that first try was glorious. I mean, the passing out of hand was very, very crisp. Very crisp and it was actually the running off the ball and the interplay, as always, with Pieter-Steph du Toit on the outside supporting the wingers, and it was really good. He had a very good game, and Willie had a very good game, and both wingers had really good games. Cheslin chasing a lost cause, basically winning us the game.
Yeah.
Arendt's first try, and then there was a penalty try, right?
That was a great penalty
from the
try.
scrum. Yes.
James Lowe, we owe James Lowe a beer. Basically gave us the 14 points.
Yeah.
If you think about it, his keeping the ball in. Okay, his teammates should have been there to help him.
Yeah.
But he that resulted in the try, and then knocking the ball on, or whatever he did, putting the kickoff.
Yeah.
The kickoff.
Oh yes, yeah.
I mean,
such a bad moment at such a bad time in the game.
It's unlike him.
Because if that didn't happen, it could have been a draw.
Yeah.
Yes, that would have been terrible. That last try as well, it was just too easy.
Very easy. And it was like a little bit of, like, I don't want to say stupidity because that's an ugly word. Yeah. But it was just unintelligence.
Yeah.
Like on defence.
Like everyone out of position.
But there's three guys, like the last try.
Yeah.
3 guys. Grant Williams, I think Sasha, and I think Colby or someone.
And 2 guys tackled one guy.
But the stupidity of it was Jesse Creel. He can see there are 3 guys covering the guy with the ball.
Yeah.
Like you can see, and then you can see that like that other pass is going to come. That guy is going to come around. I don't know what the flank.
I think he was
Number 20. Baird.
Yeah.
Baird. You can see he's coming around the outside, and he just stays on the inside. There was enough cover, like not trusting it, and it's the same with the, which was a very good try, Osborne's try.
Yes.
Like not reading what's happening, not reading the play.
That was also kind of through the middle, wasn't it? Osborne's try.
That was in the corner.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
That was in the corner. James Lowe seemingly going out, but he wasn't out.
Yeah.
That was also just not reading the thing nicely, and possibly Ireland just played very well there, but I felt a little bit like we were a bit stupid.
If you're an Irish fan, would it be one of those games where you thought, like we felt with the 2 previous tests, that this is a test that you probably could have and maybe should have won?
Yes. And isn't that great?
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
That's amazing.
The way it is between the 2 teams at the moment.
Yeah.
Like I felt we could have won in Paris, and I felt we could have won in Dublin.
Yeah.
And I think Ireland will also feel like they could have won this game when they could have.
Yeah.
I just like being at the stadium and that you never felt like when that try was scored, that James Lowe's try.
Yes.
That wasn't a try then.
Yeah.
It was like it felt like completely against the run of play. We felt so in control of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if it seemed like that on TV.
I still thought, even though the try was scored, I still thought we would win the game.
Win the game because it wasn't like it's different playing them here.
Yeah.
We've gotten so used to playing them overseas where you feel like under pressure.
I want to stick my neck out and say that we won the small stuff. We won the gain line, getting over the gain line. We tackled them backwards a little bit more than they did us.
Yeah, I think we won the
physical stuff. Bit, and the breakdown, I think, was almost like a free for all.
Yeah, who knows what was happening there?
Yeah. a bad start, Kwagga dropping the ball twice.
It was funny, like he dropped the first 2 balls, and then the third ball that he caught, the crowd was like, yay!
But he also managed to after that to stay on his feet very good for long enough for support to arrive and stuff.
But he's an impact player, I feel like.
Yeah. It's a position that we need to sort out.
Yeah, 8th man.
8th man. Yeah, and we need to do it fairly quickly. I mean,
Hanekom.
those youngsters, Hanekom, I rate.
Yeah.
Out of Low, Ruiz, I rate Hanekom the highest out of those 3. He's just like an enigma. He's just like something else.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Absolutely.
And what I like about him is he's like intense.
Yeah.
I feel like Elrich Low he's great. He gets a ball, but he's like sluggish.
Yeah, it's
He's because he's big, but Hanekom is vigorous and intense, and he's like wants to smash.
Yeah, he just has the X factor.
Yeah.
Did anyone leave the field for the Springboks? Obviously, Casey will have to be replaced.
Injury
probably.
worries? No, we did the bomb squad thing, and I think
a little bit too early. People said the bomb squad.
Actually, I was there, and everyone. The fans around me, and I also felt like let's get something new. So it's not working. It's
let's
like
change the momentum a bit. Yeah. Okay, so Casey will probably be out, and
I don't know. He posed for photos afterwards, so maybe he's okay. I think
he was a bit woozy and stuff, and maybe he'll be okay.
Maybe the protocol will keep him out. You know,
they probably won't make any massive changes for the second test. I don't think.
Yeah.
That is again. It's in Durban.
In Durban. Now
at sea level.
Can I say this? You see all the social media comments like, the Tri-Nations teams clean sweep. Just think back. Like, have we got such short memories? 2 years ago, same thing happened. First test, us against Wales.
Yeah.
The All Blacks played Ireland, and I can't remember who Australia played in the first test of the inbound tour.
Yes.
And like Ireland,
Argentina lost to France.
I know. I should have discussed that just now. But everyone as well. That was a clean sweep for the Tri-Nations teams. Second week, all the Tri-Nations teams lost.
Yeah, rugby championship teams. Yeah.
Sorry, the rugby championship teams. We all lost.
So no.
Next week is the big. It's the big test.
Yeah, it's so weird. A 2-test series is a weird thing. Because now you can't lose the series, but we definitely don't want to draw the series.
We don't want to draw it.
No. We want to touch on the All Blacks game.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just wanted, because of all the hype around Scott Robertson, I'd never root for England, but I just kind of wanted, not necessarily the players to lose, I just wanted the coach to be like, welcome to Test rugby. It's not the Crusaders. It's not Super Rugby. It's a completely different thing, and I don't think the All Blacks will jump up and down about winning by 1 point in New Zealand against an England team that has been struggling, but also good for England. I mean, I thought they played really, really well. I thought it was a good test.
At stages, I thought they were better than New Zealand.
Marcus Smith was lively. He was just bad in the last couple of minutes.
Missed kicks,
kicking a ball away, missing kicks. So if he didn't miss his kicks, they would have won the game. But Damien McKenzie also missed a couple. So I just want to comment slightly about Nika Amashukeli, and I don't mean to be rude or anything, but I don't understand how that guy can still referee at this high level. I mean, he just makes it up as he goes along.
He seems so uncertain during each thing, but same.
My biggest comment about him was the very last ruck where New Zealand got a penalty. 2 guys
completely off their feet.
One guy, the Finau, I think, basically touched the ball for a brief moment, and then 2 guys fell over. And he said, holding on.
Was there anyone touching the ball?
I mean, the TMO, everybody, the commentators were like, they say, and the penalty's been given. They didn't even say.
It was relief.
Yeah, it was just relief. So I think they would honestly feel that they should have won the game.
Maybe if they had Luke Pearce.
I think they were the better team on the day, actually.
England.
Yeah,
I think that the All Blacks seriously miss, Richie Manga. Like Damien McKenzie, everyone loves him and stuff.
There's pages about him on Facebook and everything.
But he can play like one of the back 3. But for me, the All Blacks fly half. He's like Richie Manga is amazing.
And you think of these days when the All Black team, they were all superstars, like Jerry Collins and these Oaks and Rodney Swallow back in the day. And a guy like Luke Jacobson comes on and he's good, but he doesn't seem like, even Sam Cane they don't seem like those real All Blacks players.
Yeah.
You know, they're just good.
Yeah.
So I think they've got one or two things to worry about. But you got to give the guy, I'm giving him grief now because it's been built up so much, but he'll probably grow into Test rugby as well.
Well, he did even say that.
He'll be a brilliant coach, probably.
He said that
he needs a bit of time.
That this isn't Super Rugby. Those were his words.
Yeah,
he was like, wow, this is not Super Rugby. This is the real deal. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it.
Nothing to say about the Australia-Wales game. Wales out of the
good
top
for
10.
Australia.
Did you know that? Wales out of the World Rugby
Joe
top 10
Schmidt
for the first time.
is a brilliant coach to bring so many young guys through, hand out so many debuts, so many guys with very few tests, and to win against what we would still call a top rank test nation. I mean, against Gatland, who's obviously a tried and tested very good coach.
Yeah.
But it's a tricky one. It's two struggling test nations.
I'm trying to tell you something historical.
Yeah, please tell me something historical.
Wales is out of World Rugby's top 10 rankings for the first time in their history.
Gee.
Yeah.
The Welsh nation is in mourning. It's their national sport, you know.
Yeah.
They will rebuild. Surely they'll rebuild. They're a small nation. It's more difficult to find talent in a fairly small country than it is over here.
Yeah,
an island even. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they bounce back. I want them to do well. I want Wales to do well.
Yeah.
Scotland beat Canada. Good for them.
Oh wow.
France beat Argentina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is shocking. I
thought that
France sent like 20 uncapped players in their group of 42.
Yeah. Contepomi's the new coach, but I thought the previous coach did really well.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. I haven't read the press why they replaced him, but...
Yeah, I mean, they made a semi of a World Cup.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, Springboks for the win in Durban. Must win. It is in Durban,
It's in Durban, yeah. We must win it.
I don't understand why we play at sea level, but
whatever
I suppose
way,
they also have
an
to
ugly win is fine as well.
Anything. I don't care if we win 6-5.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I don't care. No.
Like, because Ireland is a top quality team. If you win against them, great.
Yeah. Any win against them is great.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Go Bokke.
Go Bokke. Cheers.